Ve bugün yine yurt dışından gelen bir konuğumuz var. Sanofi'nin Kurumsal Sosyal Sorumluluk Global Başkanı sevgili Sandrine Stref-Bouttier. Hoş geldiniz öncelikle. Şunu öğrenmek istiyorum sizden de. Aslında dünyanın birçok ülkesinde faaliyet gösteren bir şirket olarak günümüzdeki sürdürülebilirlikle ilgili olan gelişmeleri ve insan hayatında tüm bunların etkilerini çok yakından takip ediyorsunuz. Bu 2023'ü geride bırakmaya hazırlandığımız bu günlerde önümüzdeki gelecek için önünüzde hangi konular var ve hangi aksiyonları alıyorsunuz?
So first of all, thank you very much for the invitation. I'm very, very honored to be there today to speak about this important topic. As said just before, so I was at COP as well because it's part of my job, and clearly the end of this year is under for healthcare sector under climate and health issue. At Sanofi, we have started to rework our sustainability strategy and social impact strategy 3 years ago, and to be more ambitious, and so to tackling the challenges that the world is facing. As said before, around 2.5 billion people have no access to medicine and quality health care, not just only medicine, to care. And so the crises that we faced and we continue to face are currently exacerbating the discrepancy and the gaps and the inequalities. A lot of people and more people have no access to essential services, water, care, education, work, and so leading to more poverty. So this is like an insidious cycle that big companies or international companies such as Sanofi can tackle, and so working on the big challenges such as climate as well, but also as a pharma company, our role is key in order to try to bring some new solutions in order to provide care, not just only medicine, but care to those vulnerable communities who are suffering of lack of access to medicine. So this is where we restarted to work, and so most importantly is that to ensure that those topics are fully integrated in our business. So it's not just something apart, meaning that when we launch a new product, so we need to think in which countries that makes sense also, not in the wealthy countries, but which vulnerable communities could have access. It's very important for us, and we have a dedicated program related to our innovations and our pipelines to make our products available in countries where there is an unmet need. And so we need to work differently, and so this is quite, if I may say, disturbing, but so we work pretty well and we made a lot of progress in order to identify which kind of access models, depending on countries, depending on infrastructure, we could set up beyond traditional commercial model in order to give access to innovation. And this is very important because in many countries, access to innovation is very complicated. So we work on that in order to reach what we say, to reach the last mile.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, okay. Maybe so that works. Thank you. So to reach the last miles in order to deliver the products to the vulnerable population and to give access.
Bütün bu verdiğiniz bilgilerde tabii atılmış adımlar var ve geleceğe yönelik atılacak adımlar var. Özellikle erişimi arttırabilmek için. Planlarınızı da bizle paylaşabilir misiniz?
So what we are currently doing is that we continue what we have started, and so we have refocused on our strategy on 3 main pillars. I just will illustrate with few examples very quickly. So the 3 main pillars we are in our social strategy is, for sure, we have a foundation, Foundation S, and so I would like to mention that when you face, unfortunately, the earthquake, Sanofi and Foundation S was there because we have donated 2.2 million daily treatments. We have donated as well 100,000 vaccines. Our employees gave money as well with a matching fund from Sanofi, so it's equivalent to 2 million euros, if I remember well. And so we have an internal association for children of Sanofi, for the families who are suffering, and so to give money as well for the children. So we are fully dedicated for humanitarian concerns around the world. This is part of the Foundation S. And Foundation S is also working for vulnerable populations who are suffering of climate change. We have created, and so we continue to accelerate, we have created what we call the Global Health Unit, and this is a business unit, but a not-for-profit business unit, meaning that this unit is delivering around 40 essential medicine in 40 poorest countries in the world, and so we will expand the scope of countries and the scope of medicine for very small revenues, but revenues are invested in capabilities building, because as I said before, it's not just products. The main issue is access to healthcare, prevention, diagnosis, treatment, but also monitoring. And so we know that a lot of population have not those essential healthcare services. And so in addition of that, we are currently reworking our CSR, or sustainability strategy. So our main topics are, for sure, continue to accelerate and access to innovation, access to care, but also tackling the climate issue. Of course, we are working in order to mitigate our own emissions. But so, as said just before, healthcare system is representing 5% of the CO2 emissions in the world. It's huge. And so the patient care pathway is representing 45% of those 5%. The patient care pathway is a care pathway for a patient from prevention to monitoring, including treatment and diagnosis. So Sanofi is leading this part in international working delivery of care. How we can change? We know that prevention, digital are absolutely key in order to provide a better access, have health equity, which is also key, as well as improving the impact on the environment. So we can combine all, and it's clear that we know that climate or environmental issues, you mentioned water pollution, air pollution, for example, are in leading to new disease, expansion of disease. So we need also to bring a solution as a pharma company for those new concerns. So we are looking at what is the future, what are the main challenges in order to anticipate, not just only to mitigate, but to prevent what will happen in order to get ready to bring solution, mainly for vulnerable population.
Teşekkür ediyorum verdiğiniz tüm bilgiler için.